In this lesson, we'll use the 3D layers that we've created to make a cranky expression. So here we have our smug expression just by using the combination of these different pieces that we've created on these different layers. So now let's modify this to create more of a kind of a cranky expression. So let's first start with the eyebrows. Okay, so we'll go up to the brow layers, and we'll leave the eyes how they are. The left brow, or brow right, be up. Okay, we'll go ahead and leave that, but we'll dial down the intensity. Okay, and let's see, brow A up. Go ahead and turn that off. Brow left be down. Go and turn that off. Okay. Now brow A down, we'll turn that on. And we'll dial the intensity down a little bit. Okay. Now left A down, we'll turn that on. And right now that's kind of an evil smirk there. All right, and you can play with the intensities of those different layers. I'm going to probably do the brow right be up. Give that a little less intensity. Something like that. All right, now for the mouth. And here you can see we've got a whole other expression if we wanted to use that for anything. Well, let's go ahead and make him a little crankier. So let's go ahead and take our mouth C up off, so his mouth is all the way down there. And let's go ahead and take the other corner down. Okay, let's see if we can take the top of this lip up a little bit. So let's see, I think there's the bottom we want to be up, and there's that. So we'll click on that, and we can overdrive that just a little bit if we want to make it a little bit higher. Do the same thing over here, but it starts to become a little bit more unpredictable once you start to overdrive things. Okay. Go ahead and take our brow. You can see you can change that. I'll make the brow down a bit more exaggerated. And brow right. A down. Get more like that. So you can play around with your different aspects of your mouth there in order to get sort of a more cranky expression. Okay. Drive that up a little bit more. And you can always come in to those shapes and tweak them to make them match up a little bit better. Okay, and as always, you can take this and export this as an OBJ, as a shape for your blend shapes. All right, so we created a couple of different variations here just by doing the eyebrows. It gave us one expression, and then doing the eyebrows and the face, we were able to make more of a cranky expression. So let's go up to our geometry. Go ahead and dial that up. And that gives us all of our detail back there. Okay, so play around with making different layers and combining them in different ways. You can see how you can very quickly come up with a lot of variation. And you don't have to come in and scale each one of these, or sculpt each one of these into its own expression and then start again. You could also put individual expressions on 3D layers. So you could have a 3D layer for angry, you could have a 3D layer for sad, and that would enable you to put all of those in here and blend them together to get variations, much like we did with the sad and the angry in order to get the surprise. You could do that with your 3D layers as well. Have those variations in here and blend them together in order to get your different shapes out. Okay, so that's another way to work. But either way, 3D layers are a really powerful way to blend these things together and also to keep your detail on its own separate layer that you can then turn on and off and still maintain your base geometry. Okay, so that is our Cranky Expression. You can see, I'll show you. Go ahead and save this, and you can come in here and turn all of these off, and that'll take you all the way back to your base just by turning all the visibilities off. All right. So in the next lesson, let's go ahead and look at, we looked at combining these different individual shapes here in ZBrush, but what if we want to have more control over this and have the individual shapes come out in Maya? So let's go ahead and look at how we can output those individual shapes so that we can bring those into Maya. So we'll go ahead and do that in the next lesson.